Empty trailer hooked up to the truck. We're going to get something. That's what's going on today on Farmertylerranch. Well, it's been about 2 hours that I've been in the truck, and it looks like I am roughly 10 miles out of Cottonwood. That is where I'm heading, so we should be there pretty soon. The first thing that we're doing in Cottonwood is delivering some pork that one of you bought. When we're done with that, then we can get into the real reason that I'm going to Cottonwood today, and that is to pick up my new Arrowquip squeeze chute. Yeah, looks good to me. I'm here at Shasta Farm Equipment. I want to make sure I get the name right. And this is Chad. He is going to show me how this chute works. So
this is 7500 Arrowquip model manual squeeze chute. Has the vet cage built into it. Generally, you know, I operate the manual chutes from the back here. Let the cattle in, catch it there. Come all the way up once they're caught, squeeze them down that way. You've got your head holder here if you want to catch them behind the pole and the chin, if you're looking at eyes or mouthing animals, anything of the sort. Drop down neck access for giving vaccinations. And this one actually swings completely out of the way in case you need to look at a foot or something up front. Has a brisket bar so the animal cannot go down on the front end. Both sides open up here for branding. You can go ahead and open up just one section, both sections, pin them together. And has the built-in vet cage for doing any palpation, AI work, anything like that. Pretty cool rump bar, keeps them from backing up.
the big difference between the 74 and the 75 is this ratcheting head catch. And I'm accustomed to, once you have it closed, you would have to flip a lever to release it. But it looks like you're just picking that lever up, and so how does that work? There's no release, or the release is built into the mechanism?
What lifts up that?
Okay.
Like a paddle right there?
Right there, yeah.
Yep.
I see it.
As soon as you let go, it goes one direction. Let go, but once you come up, hit that bolt. That's what allows it to move. So basically you're going to catch them right there in the jaw, and then this is going to come in behind the pole, and that's what helps or keeps them from moving back. If you can get them back a little bit more with their neck not hanging out so far, that's optimal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you get that right on the jaw.
But it's pretty slick. This is one of my favorite things about the chutes.
No pressure, but you're on camera.
Been there before.
He's skinny. I think that's good right there. I gotta tell you guys, it does not feel real to me yet. I cannot believe that I got a new squeeze chute. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. Chad and everybody at Shasta Farm Equipment were awesome to work with. If you're in the North State and you have any livestock needs, check them out. As long as we're up here in this area, we're gonna go right by Split Creek Ranch. That's where I bought Rivet from, and the Bismarck bull calf. I think we ought to stop by and see how Jeremy's doing. There's Rivet's mom. I'm here with Jeremy at Split Creek Ranch, and like I was hoping he might do, he's got some animals to show me. So, Jeremy, what are we gonna be looking at today?
So back here, this is what we call our heifer pen, and we have 10 of our calves that were all born right around the end of December, beginning of January. They're all one sire group. They're all cavalry descending, registered Angus calves. And so far, we've been really, really happy with these calves. They're thick. stout little buggers, and I hope you like them. Happy to show them to you. So this is a PVF Insight heifer out of a Platmere Way Up cow. Oh, Wendy. So he's about 50 days old, I think.
Yeah.
This is a Chloe cow family cow, and as I said, these are all the same sire group. So your audience may know this, that heifer calves gestate for a shorter period of time than bull calves, generally speaking. And for us, these 10 calves that are all out of one bull we turned out, we had the first 5 were heifers and the second 5 were bulls.
That is actually the second time I've heard that this year, that heifers gestate shorter, and I did not know that, but now I'm hearing it from you too, so I'm gonna just say that it is true.
I'm not a veterinarian or anything, but as I understand it, it's because heifer calves continue to develop their sexual organs even after birth, whereas the bull calves, they're kind of fully finished from a sexual organs or reproductive organ standpoint before they're born. So someone in your audience can correct me on that, but it's my understanding that heifer calves gestate shorter, and in our experience with these 10 calves, 5 heifers, then 5 bulls.
Jeremy told me I need to be careful around this bull. You can see how wild he is.
Just because he's not ranch raised, and all of our stuff is very docile because of how we interact with them every day.
Yeah, that's one thing. When we walk around your cows, they don't even get up. What does that tell you? Okay, he's like, I don't know this guy with the camera.
This is an embryo transfer. This is Man in Black crossed on Tehama Patriarch. So 2 of the bulls, I think, that are in the top 10 for registrations here the last year or 2. We call her Mary Mag. This is kind of how we raise them. This is why we can halter break them so easy, because from day one we interact with them on foot, and I can promise you she will jump right into a halter when we're ready to halter break her, and really like this little heifer.
I think she likes you.
Yeah, I hope so.
So basically your females are either donors or recipients. A donor is a cow of very high genetic quality that they would flush, get embryos from, and then put those embryos in recipient cows who would be, how would you choose a recipient cow? That's, she milks good, she's got good maternal instinct,
Yes.
Or is it just whoever doesn't make the cut as a donor is a recipient?
No, we only have a handful of donors, and then the majority of the cows would be recipients. Our cows are, with a few exceptions, our cows are all registered Angus. So our business model is, even if the cow is a registered Angus with genetic merit of her own, we try to put an embryo in her, and then you saw our herd bull up there. So if she doesn't take with the embryo, then she's going to be bred to our elite herd bull. So either way, the calf's going to be a registered Angus calf at the end of the day. But we're trying to identify the cows that are the most elite in the herd and then replicate those genetics into the other cows. This is the calf I mentioned, the first bull calf born in the country out of the $165,000 BMW Z Bougie. They always stretch and look terrible when they stand up.
He's really striking a pose there.
This is our creep pen. Every morning the calves come in and we creep them in that feeder. We just bucket it out here. We don't store any feed in it. Kind of roofing it and seeing if I can get the calves acclimated in bad weather to use it as a shelter. But really, if you pan over there, they all go into that shelter because we have an 18x64 lean-to on the side of the shop. And in real bad weather, we keep the corral open and all of them go in there. And so then the calves naturally follow their dams, and they're not using this so far. I call this Kathy's Calf Cafe. That's my wife. This is her calf cafe. And we come out here and she goes, "Come on, calves." And the calves all come running.
They know.
Right down here, they go in there. They eat their creep in the morning. We'll give them a little bit of hay. And then they come back out and join the herd.
For those that don't know, creep feeding calves is, he's basically, we've created an area, not we, Jeremy has created an area here that only the calves can gain access to. So he can give them a completely different ration in addition to what he's giving the cows.
We want to push their weaning weight because a lot of the consignment sales are going to rank them on weight by days alive. So you want them weaning off as heavy as you can. We don't go overboard. I mean, there's people that run dairy cows out here, so the calf is nursing an extra cow. They give them free choice access to creep all day long. We don't do that. We just give them a pretty modest little ration. So this Tyler is a full brother of your Bismarck bull calf.
Yeah, you got the same head, honestly.
Yeah.
I can see the similarity. It's been a long day, a lot of miles. It feels good to get back home. I am very excited to add this piece of equipment to the ranch. I feel like this is a huge upgrade from what I've got right now. But with all that being said, you might notice that the new chute is quite a bit longer because of the addition of the vet cage here in the back. That means that it's gonna require some pretty serious modifications to my corral to make this thing fit. But I'm not even worrying about having to do that extra work because of the benefits that this chute is going to provide me, and this really checks all the boxes of the issues that I had with my old chute. If you'll notice, this has what's called a curtain style head gate, and when this opens it gives the cattle a full width alleyway essentially to walk out of, so they will not be tripping and stumbling as they find their way out of the chute like they've been doing previously. One of the other problems that I had with my old chute is it seemed like the head gate just never clicked or locked into the place where I wanted it. Usually it's like you always needed a little bit more squeeze. The ratchet mechanism on this chute has a much finer tooth pattern, and I actually have not measured what the swing is on this yet, but we're gonna do that right now. Okay, so right here, we're at 21.5 inches. We're at a little over 20 inches. I've tried it a few times and it looks like we're getting about 1 3/8 inches of travel on each click of the ratchet, which is over twice as good as the chute that I've got now. In the coming weeks, I'll have to get this thing installed, but there are a few challenges that I'm gonna face in doing that, and we will talk about those in another video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.